Lisa called and Shane Socrates, two teachers who live in Detroit, collect donations and drop them off. Yeah, we heard about this and we were like, okay, how do we rally the troops? We've been kind of reaching out to our family, friends, people that they know. For residents like Fernandez, the gesture goes a long way. Keeping it for the help. There's so many people who are coming out to help. For a link to the damage claim form, just head to WXYZ.com. In Southwest Detroit, Darren Cunningham, 7 News Detroit. Stay with 7 News Detroit on air and online as the cleanup continues. All right, we're going to turn down to those bone-chilling temperatures, keeping Metro Detroit in a deep freeze. We're ready for a warm-up. Let's get right to 7 First Alert Chief Meteorologist Dave Rexroth. And Dave,
yes, greetings, family, greetings. Your girl in our little dress, in our little mini dress tonight. Your girl in our little mini dress tonight, family. Yes, so your girl in our little mini dress. So the songwriter says, "See me in a me little cute dress." How is everybody tonight? How is everybody? Long day ahead today, but getting there. And see, like when one thing is over, the other is not over. As the songwriter say, it's not over. I can't sing now. No. You say there's no hope in carry on. It's not over, family. It is not over. Greetings. Greetings. My nose is so stuffy. My nose is so stuffy, guys. But tonight, gonna talk. This is a topic that come to my head to talk about tonight, and I asked God before to lead me in the right direction. Fill my mouth with praise, and He sure be doing that. But tonight, I want to say good night. Good night to everybody. Good night. How is everybody? I would, So this is Resilient Queen coming to you live in her little yellow dress. I never used to like weird dress. Anyway, family. So we're gonna talk about today's topic. Today's topic is called buyout or dial out. Sorry. I came up with these things a while back, but today just come back in my head say, you know, to kind of talk about it since we're all in an arena that sometimes we need things and it might not be going the way we want it. So, but we're giving God thanks and praise anyhow. I mean, it's all about giving thanks, it's all about giving praise. And I would like to say a big shout out to all my subscribers, all my well wishers, all my likers, all my commenters, all my sharers, everybody, my private watchers, my public watchers, everybody. Whether you subscribe, unsubscribe, or you're still watching your girl, I appreciate each and every one of you. You know what I mean? Because it's only one resilient queen, which is me. I know what I mean, resilient queen. Only one me. I'm a twin, but it's only one me by the end of the day. You know what I mean? When I'm gone, there is no more resilient queen. We have plenty more resilient people. But I'm just saying, you know what I mean? So we're giving God thanks and praise and thanks to every single person all this time. So let's get into it. As the topic suggests, buy out or dial out. Sometimes we wonder, what does these things mean? We're wondering. But when your thoughts come to you sometimes, it don't come with no description. It don't come with no manual. It don't come with nothing. It just come with a topic, and it's up to you to go research. You know, and sometimes you don't really have to do research because sometimes you can just talk with just opinions of something. You know what I mean? But we can dive into some little research. What do you think, people? What do you guys think? You know what I mean? My flowers are died, so I had to water it today. But to everyone who is supporting, big shout out to you guys. So. I'm getting over the flu, but I felt another pain coming. I'm like, God. But anyway, we ain't gonna make nothing dial us out. We gotta fight. So let's get into it. And we cooked today. We cooked a beautiful dinner. We enjoyed it. I personally enjoyed it more than the kids. You know, when you come on to vegetable, how kids are, come on, why is my internet acting up? I need you. So why are you acting up? Hold on, the family. My internet is literally running wild. All right, I turned my data on because I don't know what's going on with this internet. Lord, this songwriter say, have mercy on me, Lord. As I down on my knee, as I pray, Lord. I don't know what's going on with the internet. Keep me safe. Let me try this one, guys. It's good to have backup. I don't know, but let me try. I don't know why the internet over there flaring up, but the blood of Jesus. The internet wanna dial out. Internet say, no, you too hot for me. It's going to say, you're too sweet for me. Oh my God. Oh my God. But I hope each and every one of you are being safe, being blessed, being grateful for life, every single thing that make up the universe that you all need. Everybody needs are different, but I hope whatever it is, it will come to. So let's see if this phone will give me what I want. What I want. Let me see. Give me the wrong thing. Alright. So alright. This thing is funny. Look, I'm trying to find something that is more suitable, family. So you just give me a few minutes here, family. Ponder on the topic. I want to make sure I try to tie it in. It's going to always relate to something else, but I'm going to try to tie it in with opinions. You know what I mean? This personal opinion. Because that's what came to the mind, and I was thinking about it all day. But here they're saying, when we say what is buyout, and they're saying buyout is the acquisition of a controlling interest in a company. But you know, we're not going to talk about no company, but I'm just reading this so you kind of get an understanding. Yeah, and is used cinemas. Whoa! Hey! Here come tongue twister. Hey! Let's bypass that. Let's buy that out synonymously with the term acquisition. If the stake is brought by the firm's management, it is known as a management buyout. And if higher levels of debt are used to fund the buyout, it is called a leverage buyout. But that's not what we want, people. But I'm just reading that as something to ponder on. I'm trying to see if I can find the common ground. You know, when you research something and you don't want like jot it down or so, then you lose it and then you have to go back again. I think we need to find one up here. So in this case, they're talking about a buyout refers to an investment transaction where one party acquires control of a company, either through an outright purchase or by obtaining a controlling equity interest at least 50% of the company's voting. That's what they're talking about right here, but that's not what we're talking about. So I guess we're gonna have to just go surface level with this one. Ooh, I can't even click on it. Ooh, the blood of Jesus. Ooh, Lord, hallelujah. What is going on up in Jordan, up in the sick home? And this one still say rotating. You can't even click on it. You can't even click on it. What is happening? The songwriter said, plead the blood of Jesus, Jesus who walked. I guess it's not going to give it to me, guys. It's not going to give it to me. But you just have the purchase of a controlling share in a company. The company is facing a lawsuit on cause for a government buyout of it. That's not what I want to talk about, family. But I just give you that as a little thing so you know what the word buyout mean. Well, in my little common sense and my opinions, when we talk about buyout or dial out, you know how sometimes we be talking and you have people as content creators, we have people come on your channel from different walks of life, and they might not like what you're doing, but their comment is so negative, their thoughts are so rude, and they're not just thinking it, but they're dropping it. So I came up with the word buyout or dial out, but it's not similar to when you buy out something in a business. This is just like saying, in other words, that if you don't like something, all you have to do is just buy out, dial out. You know what I mean? When something is not resonating, because I've seen a lot of people get so rude and disrespectful, and they don't understand the nature that people have to be going through things. We all go through things, even the same people who are going through stuff are being rude, are being dial need to be dial out sometimes. When I mean dial out, thinking, hi, how are you, sweetie? How are you? Good afternoon, good night, good night. Even with us, we are all going through something. So it's not fair for someone to be so rude to just come on anybody platform and all they do, they dial in. But when they dial in, their comments left you more distasteful, disheartening than before. Because mind you, they might not know who, at first you don't know who they are until they start comment. You know, they could be just sitting there, relaxing, listening, observing, analyzing, assessing. You know what I mean? But then when they send a comment, sweetie said, tired as it is 4:16 a.m. All right, sweetie, go get you some rest. Rest is important. Get you some rest. So I'm saying that we need to be a little bit more compassionate when we on people's platform, because we all go through stuff, even the people who are sending these things. And I see some rude comment, and when I mean rude comment, they might not be on my platform, but I've been on people platform where the comments are just hilarious. And I'm saying, if something is not sitting well with you, or you think that's not your keklo fish, or the platform is not what you like, just dialogue for the day. It's like you go to work and there is nothing going on at work, and the boss said I have too many people on the payroll. So today, you know what? I'm gonna send home some of you guys. So just go punch out. So when you see something not resonating what you're looking for, I would encourage everybody, buy yourself out. You know, when I mean buy yourself out, so that way you won't have to be blocked. That way you won't have to can't go back on that platform, and that way you won't have to get a written note from written up by YouTube because they gonna report you or anything. You know what I mean? We out here as content creators, and a lot of people are trying to say positiveness, but some of these things we have to speak on these things. Melatonin gone of it stopped working as it is morning. Oh, okay. Okay. I don't take that for sleep, I just sleep, but whosoever take it, I understand. But I'm saying, instead of we being so rude, buy out ourselves. And when I mean buy out, as I mentioned, you don't want to get blocked from someone channel. You don't want to put in timeout. You don't want to put it. It's like hibernate until the winter is over. Until winter. You know what I mean? You don't want to go into none of those kind of situation. So I will encourage you. I know it's not easy sometimes, but when something is you come on someone channel and you're hoping to get something that you're looking for, then God, that's why they have a comment section. and comment. You want to ask a question, you comment, peacefully, respectfully, and everything. But when we have to be so rude, you know, it's not a nice feeling, family. It's not. And I know we all go through something, but that don't give us the right. Even though I've seen somebody literally time me out for saying they were saying something, and they were saying something about pain and hurt or whatever. And I was saying, I hope everything is well or whatever. And that person timed me up for that. But that day I looked at myself and said, you know what? That's not me. That's that person. Because what I said was nothing wrong. It's like you say amen to something and somebody literally time you out for amen. And we have to learn to understand that even though somebody is saying these things, but when they see it in their comments, sometimes they feel offended. So I'm wondering, are they remembering what they're saying, or they just feel offended because you shouldn't speak? And to be honest, if we're going through something, we all are going through something. There's no one size that will ever fit all. No matter how much we're trying to box this in, cave this in, there will be no one size. But instead of us leaving rude comment on people's channel, instead of us being so disrespectful to others, how about be a little bit more compassionate? You know, go out. You don't like what somebody's saying, just say, all right, then you know what? It's not for me tonight. I'll see you when something resonate with me. I'll chip in, I'll chip out. I said, but it's not nice to be rude to people. You know, it's like you move somewhere and you go there peacefully. When you're leaving, you want to leave peacefully as much as you can. Some situation is not going to allow you to leave peacefully, depending on what it is, but no one size fit all again. So we can all box ourselves into that, you know. And then, how do we strengthen something or something when the negativity is boxed to the side, because but you're hurting at the same time? Why hurt when you can address these things? It's better to address the things that are hurting you than to just shove. It's like your garbage. You just shove it to the side because somebody's coming and you don't want them to see your hot mess. And then when they're gone, you still have to deal with it. You know what I mean? So I will encourage anybody that have a YouTube channel, and when you see stuff start get out of hand, take a pause and let people know what you're about. You can tell them, yes, I understand what your frustration and everything, but this is a platform that we're trying to uplift each other. This is not the platform for the derogatory things and whose A's is who in whose A's are. Those things are so distasteful. And when you look at people and they got no respect for people. Respect goes a long way. But also as content creators, when you get stuff like that, also you have to announce these things. You have to talk about these things. You're not going to talk about it morning, noon, and night, because they're not lunch, breakfast, and dinner. But you still got to address these things, because when you have your decent people watching you, willing to support you and everything, and they see all these negative things keep coming in and it keep happening over and over, you have to take the time to address these things. You know what I mean? It's just like on the news, when certain things get out of hand, you see people come out publicly apologizing and say we have to apologize to this and we have to apologize to that. We didn't expect it would have gone the way it had gone. You know, we have to. We're not going to do it every day. But when you see something start happening frequently, it's like you have to reshuffle yourself to let people know what are your vision, what are your mission, what are you on. Because as much as the disrespect help grow and support, but you don't want the negativity to support you. You want the positiveness, the positive vibration to keep you going. So the message that you're trying to relate to each other, or to people out there in the diaspora, the wider world, can understand what you're trying to reach them with. So you ask people kindly, be respectful, be nice. If you can't be nice, dial out, buy out. And the buyout mean that so you won't get blocked, you won't get deleted, you won't be able to come back. That's the worst thing can ever happen when you literally have to come to the terms to literally block somebody from your channel because they were being rude. And they're not only being rude once, once you could say, all right, put them in timeout, but they come back the second, the third, the fourth. Now you realize it's a situation at hand that urgent need to be urgently addressed because you have to take a stand when things get out of hand or you see it getting out of hand. They say if we don't nip these things in the bud, that's when they will keep getting out of hand. And the Bible says we cannot serve two masters and mammon. So even though we want the love here, we want the love there, you can't get both love. You can't get this love and that. You have to choose one. You know what I mean? You have to stand your ground. The Bible says where two or more are gathered, God is in the midst. Let him be in the midst. The real OGs will be there. Whether they present in front of you or they private behind you or wherever, they will be there. But we gotta take a stand and address these things because if you're looking to become a brand in life, you don't want certain things just out there. You don't want it out there. And if we're trying to build a community where we want to elevate not just the elderly, but also young people, what message are we going to send them? It is okay to be rude. It is okay to just come in and just blast everything because that's giving me likes and love. No. Then when they realize that's not going to work, what's going to happen? Is the wrong message we're sending. To send the right message in this world, we have to let people know what we're about. What not gonna sit well with you. I mentioned before, um, there was this young man I used to go on 12 o'clock at night. I used to work at this restaurant, and there was this person on my channel, on my live that night, and the person was saying something about something of the S word in the hours of the night. And I said to him kindly, I said, I know it's hours of the night, but this channel have nothing to do with what you're talking about. But I'm gonna ask you, I'm not gonna delete you, I'm not gonna block you. I'm going to ask you nicely to withdraw your comment. You can always comment, but withdraw that comment because that channel is not about what you are saying. And did you know by me saying that, that person went ahead and delete the comment themselves because I asked them nicely and I let them know what the channel is about. I said, this channel is about having discussion, talking about different things, showcase what I'm doing, how I live, how I survive them, basically, my everyday. And I know, and I laugh, and I say, even though it's midnight, this is not for it, baby. But I'm gonna, and I make reference. I said, there is plenty other channels that are out there that will accommodate the kind of lifestyle that you are portraying here. And that person was very nice to delete the comments and then keep commenting afterwards. So sometimes, yes, we don't want to retaliate the way they retaliate to us, the way they be rude to us. But sometimes it left you with no choice. But because we kept shoving these things under the rug, you only can hide somebody for so long and you can only block them for so long. They can make dummy page again and come right back. So some things we have to address these things, especially when you're a professional, you're respectable, you see people are taking a love into your liking to you or something. You want to nip these things quick and fast. You rather have nobody with you than you have a bunch of people and all they're doing is tearing you down. Because a lot of people, after they get off camera, those things start to play in your head. It's not the good things going to be playing in your head whether you like it or not. You think it's a good thing somebody say to you gonna be resonate in your head at that moment when you get off camera? Is how people did you wrong while you were there and they call you out your name and make you look like you were something you were not. You're gonna try to find ways to see how can you reduce this. And one way to reduce some of these things is by addressing it. You have to address it. We are different kind of love, but whatever love you're looking for, if you're looking for positive vibration and energy and everything, we can't get the serve two masters at the same time. So we have to know what kind are we gonna cultivate. You know, what kind of love are we looking for? So ask people nicely. Buy out before we have to block you, before we have to delete you. It's like buy your cell phone. See, even the White House been telling people to buy their cell phone. They give them an offer. And if they don't take it, then when they come back again, then whatever right they get is on them. You know what I mean? Even though that is a little bit different, not a little bit different, far different. Okay, talking about people livelihood there, you know. But here we're looking at your character. And even though we want to love everybody, you can love everybody. You can love from a distance, as this song say, love you from a distance. We can love people from a distance. They don't all have to up in your face constantly, especially when they're being rude. But I want everybody who's elevating themselves to the next level to become content creators to stand up. Because most time, a lot of these things people buckle out later on in life and then it turn into a lawsuit. People start testing you, and you didn't address these things. And the more they test you know what happened later on? Some of these allegations, majority of your fans start to believe. And when your fans start to believe, that's a problem. When everyone start to label you as this and that because you didn't address it, because you shove it underneath the rug, the time when you're ready to address it, it's all over. And then that will put a damp on who you are as an individual, as a person, your mental health, your well-being. And we see a lot of these critics, they're not afraid to come after you. And sometimes they're not the one coming after you. It's people who just have no clue, much less glue. They're glueless, they're clueless. They come after you guys. But I'm saying you don't gotta be rude to these people. Just ask them nicely to buy out or dial out. Dial out mean that you don't like what somebody is saying. You could be in the back burner. You could just relax, chill, maybe put them in the background if you're supporting them and they're not making no sense, but you want to support them anyway. You put them in the background, you go about your daily life, do what you gotta do, go take a shower, go do this, read a book, whatever you gotta do, cook, clean, spend time with your friends, your loved one, if you want to support somebody, but they're not making no sense. But just to dial in, sorry, to dial in and be rude, it's not gonna happen, family. And I can tell you, when I used to be at this job, and a lot of things was going on. And I remember I was calling to this lady. I called out to this lady by phone, and I was telling her, I'm so stressed out because so and so, when I'm on the job, when I was on the job, I'm very professional. So you won't see that part really unless you push me overboard. You won't see how much drain I would be, because when you're in a job, you're trying to maintain that level of professionalism, trying to go about your day and let nothing bother you. But the truth be told, when you come back, when you get away from there, it is literally bothering you. So living in denial ain't gonna help you much. All it's gonna do is help tear you down, and then now you're gonna need to take a buyout, buy yourself out, take a break. Now you're gonna need to dial out because it's too much. Because you know why, you consume so much to the point that it's overflowing. You have no more room for toxicness. Now you start to throw up. You know why? Because you didn't address it at all. But you have to make these things known. Address it. It's like you're coming on and you see all these things happening to you two, three, four times. You have to take a stand. We all want to be on the good side. But what about the things that's going to contribute to you going to the good? Share. You share these things and let people know you all are welcome. But I don't want to give you guys a buyout in blocking you, in deleting you. And I don't want to put you into, I don't want to have you dial out like that. You know what I mean? I want you guys to be here. But respect goes a long way. How would it feel knowing that you guys have a business, the same people who are being rude, and you guys got a business, and you'd want somebody to support you, but yet when you go to support somebody else, you're being rude, you're being inappropriate, your inappropriate behavior speaks more about you than how it would speak volume about your character. It speak a lot negatively about your character as opposed to being a positive person. And yes, you want this and you want that, but the same way we would look at life and say certain things we not go accept. We should not accept rudeness either. We should not accept bad behavior either. For views, no. If you cannot accept, it's like you go and you say, I don't like this person channel, or you say, I don't like her because she boring, or I don't like him because he this and he that. And you don't, or you see somebody doing something, you say, you know what? I don't like what they are doing. So if you don't like any of those things, just think about when somebody being rude and disgusting. Do you like that? If you like it, it's only for views, but is that what the message you're trying to portray over here? If you're trying to say you're being positive, if you're gonna be positive, you can't serve two masters and mama. You can't have both. So you have to make some people buy out themselves peacefully, respectfully. And if people need to take a break, dial out yourself. And even as content creators, sometimes we're tired, sometimes we're overwhelmed, sometimes we're drained, sometimes we're exhausted because you have so many channels to go to. You have so many people that say, oh, this one don't come over here. Why you over here? I remember I've been on somebody's channel. I watch them. They don't even know I watch them. I watch them. Because sometimes you don't get, there's nothing there for you to comment, depending if they turn the comments off or anything. And you might choose a video and you how you gonna know that? And you watch the video, only thing you could do is like the video and go on. And I remember somebody said, oh, I haven't seen you over here for a while. And I'm like, wow, I guess you don't read the comment. Because if you did read your comment, you'd have known I was there. And the comment would tell you how long if I 1 day or 2 day I was there. You'd have seen it. But it just goes to show that it's more quicker for somebody to shout, embarrass you, than it is to acknowledge you respectfully, if that makes sense. However, someone come, they come. If they come months later, 2 weeks later, 3 weeks later, and visit you, be appreciative because they didn't have to. But calling out somebody and blasting somebody, you're just like this troll. So we want to be careful. We want to be very careful. And building a brand is not something you want to build it with negativity and positivity. You want to build it, and yes, negativity and positivity needed for electricity. It don't needed for us. What is needed for us is upliftment. We want strength and everything. Even though through negativity you will find your strength, because now you're going to know what work and what don't work. But in order to find out what these things are, you have to address these things and come up with solution to say, all right then, family, I know you guys are trying to support me, but the way you are going about it don't sit well with me. I don't like those kind of behavior. I want to welcome all of you, but I don't like those kind of behavior. And for many people who are around me and I haven't seen them no more, that's fine, because by the end of the day, if they don't like what I'm doing, that means they buy themselves out and they dial out, because they're taking care of their mental health. Whatever they're looking for, I couldn't provide it for them or that service, and they find it somewhere else. That's fine. It's better to them to go find it somewhere else. than to be commenting negativity. You understand? Because it's easier for anybody to comment negative things than to even comment something positive. Because a lot of people, they don't appreciate people for even open their mouth and say, thank you for stopping by. I appreciate you all. They want more. And sometimes you have to put that fake facade on to say all these things when you're truly down inside of you. Some of them, you're like, what? It's like you literally have to tell people their lies when sometimes it's not even that. Those kind of double life standard, it is real. It's like somebody steals something for you. They come to your house a few months back and they stole something from you, and they don't know that they stole something, and they come and you can't trust them no more. You don't follow them everywhere they go. They like, why you following me? Because I want you to hurry up and dial out. And then when you look at buyout and dial out as well, it's not just to address the rude things, but it's also going to be good for your mental health. Because when you look and you see, if you don't address these negative comments, and I'm saying you don't have to do it every day, because if you get up every day talking about negativity, it ain't gonna happen for it ain't gonna work for you. But you have to address when you see you getting them more. It's like the more stroll you see, the more you gotta say hello to them. Because obviously they ain't gonna stop till you say hello nicely. Then they will come around. Trust me on that. They will come around. Because as I tell you, long before I said, if you think you ain't gonna go through trial and tribulation, think again. You will go through trial and tribulation. We all go through it. One way, shape, form, or the other. We all go through trial and tribulation. Even in your everyday life, you go through it. People test you every day. Your kids test you. You test your own self. There's a lot of things that you're gonna go through. But if did we just sit and let those pass? It's like you go to a job and you just have somebody in there, you're new, and they just constantly be picking on you, picking on you, picking on you, because you're new. They're testing you. And if you don't tell them, listen to me, lady or man or sir or whatever your name, if you don't buy out, I'm gonna dial out. I mean, you're gonna check yourself out because this is not working for me. This is not what I signed up for. This is not what I put my clothes on to come and do. For somebody to constantly picking, nitpicking. So the same way you're gonna do here. This, especially if you're trying to elevate yourself to the next level, where you're saying you want this to be a job for you, where you're your own boss, even though it's run by a big organization. But by Mega, hey, positive sister, I totally support you. I want you to know that. I appreciate you, Mega. Blessings, you know. But you still, if you're gonna make your channel be something that is worthwhile, you have to address things. And I will also say, when your character is being questioned, you have to address that as well. You gotta let people know what team you're on. Because if you don't address certain things, they will still come at you. They ain't gonna stop. They will not. So I don't care what is good for you. What is good for the gander that doesn't mean it's good for the geese or whatever they call them. So we have to be mindful. You know what I mean? You just think about the things that you don't tolerate from or you don't watch. So when somebody come with their rudeness, you need to let them know. It's like sometimes you have to take a detour. Because when you address these things, it will help your mental health. It will help increase, it will help decrease the level of stress that you will have on yourself to come on. It will reduce the level of you being afraid and scary because you attract so many trolls because you did not address them. Like I say, you have been humble. I never saw anything about you that wasn't right. If people don't return, it's God protection. Yes, God always protect you. Thank you so much. And God protect each and every one of us. But I'm saying, just look at the things that are going to benefit you when these things are happening. Christopher Flash, greetings. How are you? You know what I mean? You've got your mental health is very important. How many of us get mean comments every day, and sometimes when you really get offline, as some people say they do replay of their comment. Hey everyone, greetings, 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 Christopher Flash said. And you get these negative comments. If you don't address them, make them know what your channel is about. Your channel could be about entertaining. Your channel could be about education. Your channel could be about people and whatever that is, or you're just an all rounder where you share multiple things about your life or so. So whatever your channel is about, let these troll know. I say, look, brother, you don't even know who they are. So you might just say, look, brother, I look, sister. I'm not trying to be rude to you. I welcome you all, but I will not accept the disrespect. So I'm giving you the chance to buy out or dial out. Dial out means you're gonna put them on time. They dial out by themselves. Or you have to put them on timeout. So you're gonna dial them out by putting them on timeout. They come back again, then you're gonna have to buy them out. By blocking them, you have to. Because now it's messing with you. And it not only messing with you, Christopher says, that's why I made a mental health video. Yes, you have to. Because literally that can take a toll on your comment. If you guys ever seen rude comments and it really after you get offline you really think and say, what, how would this person say such a thing? You know, online you gotta be professional. Same thing in our job. It's like you work in a restaurant and you're a cashier and people just come in and be rude like you're not human being, you're a robot, and they just throw darts at you and you must swallow it because it's your little job, and you can talk back because they will talk to the boss and get you fired. So now you're bite out with no pay. Good thing with this platform, we have the upper hand. We can close it down right there and then. We can either address it and everything. We can go in our back room and go cry after we close it down quick and fast. No, if we're gonna be strong and bring mental health awareness out here, we have the platform, use it. Because sometimes those people are crying out, but they cry out the wrong way. So use your platform to your advantage. You know, you want to welcome people, but your health is important. I was listening to a young lady today.